Nutrition, what is it? What are the basics? Today's video is going to be kind of the basics of how to maybe estimate how many calories you should have depending on your goals. So I might give some basic equations, numbers, ideas of what would be helpful for you. So first things first, we got to figure out what is like your basic or your basal metabolic rate. Okay, so there are a lot of equations that do this. The one I'm going to share today may not be the most accurate one in the world, but it's one of the easier ones to implement because it requires minimal information. So it just needs height, weight, age. I think that might be it. Yes, height, weight, and age. And what we're going to talk about first is the Harris-Benedict equation, because it's easy for most clients or individuals to be able to get those numbers. It works both in the metric and in the imperial system. So I'm going to share both of those numbers somewhere on the screen here, and you'll kind of get an idea of what we're going to be plugging in later. In addition to using got my hair cut and it's itching. In addition to using the Harris-Benedict equation, there are activity factors that we will multiply into that to get a more accurate read of how many calories you might be burning throughout the day due to how active you are in life. So that can give you a little bit clearer answer of what it is. First things first, I personally, as a nutrition coach, will not recommend people to take or eat less than 1,400 calories. There are benefits to being in a very low deficit, and you can see results, but typically when you go super low, you need to be under a doctor's watch for that. And a lot of times people will yo-yo right back up. Hi, Kylo. They'll yo-yo right back up if they cut their calories too fast, drop all that weight, and then they start re-implementing food, they might go a little wild. Once we've estimated your regular calorie expenditures throughout the day, then we can figure out what the calories are coming from, or how to split up your carbs, fats, and proteins. So carbs are typically 40 to 60% of your calories. I would lean higher percentages for carbs with some athletes. So sorry, my cats are weird. I would lean higher with the calories of carbs. If you're a performance athlete, or even endurance athletes need a higher amount of carbs as well. They do utilize fat, but fat is burned in the carbohydrate flame. You need carbs to burn that fat too. The RDA for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. Now, for a lot of people, if you're active, that's probably not enough for you. It's recommended, or a common recommendation is for 1 gram per pound of your weight or your goal weight. So like if you're trying to lose weight, you can do your goal weight in grams rather than your current weight. Whatever percentage is left of your calories is fat. So fats are higher calorie, but they're also very important for vitamin absorption and for endocrine health. You need fats for your hormones to work properly. All right, let's run some numbers. So here's a hypothetical person So somebody who's 25 years old, he's a man. So a 25-year-old, 200-pound man who's 5'10", wants to weigh about 180 pounds. So he wants to drop 20 pounds. And he works moderately hard 4 days a week. So his BMR, according to filling it into the Harris-Benedict equation, and I can show you the numbers up on the screen as well, is approximately 2035. So that's without the activity factor. So if you multiply 2035 by the activity factor of 1.4, you get 2,849 calories. For him to lose maybe a pound a week, his daily intake could be approximately 2,350 or 2,350 calories or kilocalories. So we're going to start with our percentages from there. Protein's easy to start with because you get a pretty set number. He wants to weigh 180 pounds. We'll give him 180 grams of protein. Protein is approximately 4 calories per gram. Similar to carbs, they're both about 4 calories. So 720 calories are from protein. He can lean toward the lower end of the carbs if he wants to, but let's do the math with 45% just to make it a simpler-ish number. So 45 times 2,350 is 1058. So that's how many calories he's going to get from the carbs. So you're going to divide that by 4, and you can get between 264 to 265 grams of carbs. Let's hang out at the 264. So we can give him maybe a little bit more fat. It's not going to be much. It's going to be a fraction of a percentage, but you know what I'm saying. Whatever is left is fat. So 2350 minus 1056 minus 720 is 574. So that's how many calories he has left for fat. Fat is 9 calories per gram, so he would get about 64 grams of fat. So the total numbers are 2350 calories, 264 grams of carbs, 64 grams of fat, and 180 grams of protein. Now these are just general ideas. Not everybody's nutritional plan looks the same or fits their body. Some people might need higher fats. Some people might want higher carb. Kind of depends on what your body best reacts with. Drop a comment if you want me to talk about maybe some more in-depth pieces of nutrition or other parts of fitness. And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks.